What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a great day. We are here. We are going to be doing some flying today. We're going to be flying. Actually, let me fix my camera real quick. Sorry about that. Let's see. There we go. So we we are here at Baltimore, Washington, and we are going to be flying to Atlanta, Georgia, with a continuation into Memphis today. So, that made everything kind of red. Let's see if I could do something about that, or hopefully it'll adjust itself later on in the stream. So let's go ahead and pop right into the aircraft and get everything going. Hope everybody's having a great day. It's been a little bit since I've done a flight sim stream. Because I've been trying out a new game with my brother called Atlas. And it's a super fun game. I absolutely love it. Basically, you're going around to various islands collecting treasure and checking sunken ships and everything for buried treasure and whatnot. And then there's huge creatures that are trying to eat you and things of that nature. So let me see if I do this, if that brings the color back. It kind of did. Kind of, sort of. Maybe I need to, let me adjust it one more time. No. I hate when my camera does this. It does this red thing. There we go. Yep, there we go. All right, so let's go ahead and pop here in the aircraft and get everything going. The flight time into Atlanta today is going to be an hour and 50 minutes. And then, like I said, we'll head into Memphis after that. So I finally figured out what my schedule is going to be for streaming. So my plan right now is to do flight sim on Mondays, and I'll do Dead by Daylight on Tuesdays, and then eventually I will start streaming Atlas. So let's get our IRSs to align so the aircraft knows where it's at. So it's going to do its thing there. And while it's doing its thing, let's get everything else set up. So I need to get the jetway connected to us. Yes, request boarding. And AirTrans, or ATS Airport Service, they handle us today. Alright, so the jetway is going to move into place, and my camera did that thing again. I'm going to have to hopefully get it, evens itself out later. Alright. So it's screaming at me to open up the cargo doors, so let's do that. FS action doors, and let's get the cargo doors open. Alright, so they're going to start loading the baggage, and let's let the aircraft know exactly where it is at. Let's go to menu, FMC, and let's go to position. So we're here at KBWI. And there, now the aircraft knows where we're at. So let's go ahead. The passengers are going to start boarding onto the aircraft at this point once they get their briefings and everything. And we can program in our route while they're doing all of that. So our departure, or our route out of here, is KBWI to KATL, and we are going to be departing off of runway 28 out of here today. And let's clear that out. And our departure, we're going to be departing via the Terp 7 with a flask transition. And like I said, runway 28, we'll activate that. And then our arrival into Atlanta, we're going to be arriving via the Aussie 1 arrival. And we're going to be expecting the 8s based on the winds and everything with a flash transition. And I'm going to shoot for an ILS of 8 left. And I'll catch it at Larry. So we'll execute that. And let's look at our legs. Make sure there's no flight discontinuities anywhere. Everything's looking good. And we're going to get vectors. And we have Atlanta Center on today, so they'll be giving us ATC once we get into their airspace. So let's get here. Our cruising altitude today is going to be 32,000 feet. Hopefully we'll make it up to that. Zero fuel weight is 129.4. And let me open up the entry door. There we go. Alright, so our reserves is 1.0 and our cost index today is going to be 30. And we'll execute. N1 limits, good there, take off. We're going to go flaps 10 out of here. And our CG is 19.8, so we need 5.98 on the trim wheel. Alright. And our V1 is 145, VR 148, and V2 155. So that's all looking good there. Everything's programmed in. Pop up here to the MCP. We're going to climb to, actually let's go over here to the EFB and let's get our terminal charts and see if there's anything squirrely that needs to be done out of Baltimore on the Terp 7. So let's edit the clip. Let's go page down. Let's look for the Terps 7 departure. Here we go. And then for Atlanta, we want to edit that clip and we want to put in the Aussie 1 arrival for the 8s. So we'll go with that. And for the runway, let's go with 8 left. That's what we're going to be shooting for. Okay, so let's go look at the Aussie 1 or the Terp 7 and see if there's anything weird that we have to do. So climbing out of Baltimore, we need to climb up to so it looks like 11,000 is the first altitude restriction that we need to meet. So let's go over here. If it's putting that, so 11,000. And let's go with 250. Alright, let's turn on auto throttle. Flight directors on the first, officer and the captain's side, and L now. That's all good there. So we're all programmed in. It sounds like they're done with the baggage, so I'll go ahead and close the baggage doors. Alright, and we are just now waiting for the rest of the passengers to get on. So this camera is really going to trigger me that it's doing that. Let's see if it stays. Stay. Come on, man. Okay, look, I think it's going to stay down. Because if it was going to be staying red like that, that was going to really mess me up for the rest of the stream. So yeah, like I mentioned earlier, I am now going to be on a schedule for streaming. And Mondays is when I'm going to be doing my flight sim streams. And I'm going to get a couple of flights in on Mondays, so anywhere between 2 or 3 flights. And then Tuesdays I will be doing Dead by Daylight. And as I mentioned before, I will start streaming another game that I've been toying around with by the name of Atlas. So actually, while I'm here, let's go ahead and get our transponder code thrown in. 4323. Go ahead and turn that on. I always forget to do that. And let's turn on our weather radar. Even though I'm not forecasting any weather in the area, I like to have it on just in case, because there's been times where I have forgotten. And we're going to need Unicom on 122.8 because there is no ATC in Baltimore right now. And eventually we will need Atlanta Center on 132.97. So I'll tune them in and have them on standby. Alright, so we're all looking good there. So once we get up to our cruising altitude, that's where I'll select our for our landing, the altitude and everything. Oh my gosh, this camera is really going to trigger me. Let's see if I turn it off and turn it back on, if that fixes it. I doubt it, but we'll see. Alright, let's see if that stays, because if that gets red again, I'm going to be hot. Alright. And let me do one more thing. Our cabin altitude today is going to be 32,000. There we go. And do a last sanity check. Let's go down. That's good. That's good. Oh, that's good right there. Go ahead and turn on our seatbelt sign.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the captain and crew, it is my pleasure to welcome you aboard United Airlines Flight 1021.
So we're just waiting for the last couple of passengers to board, and then we'll be on our way to Atlanta.
Your items may be placed in an overhead compartment or completely under the seat in front of you. Use caution when placing items in or removing them from the overhead compartment, and let us know if we may assist you.
So I absolutely miss doing these flight sim streams for y'all. My work schedule lately has been very, very hectic. So that's why I haven't been on to do flight sim streams, or any streaming of that matter, because of how hectic my work schedule has been.
Exit row, you may be required to assist the crew in an evacuation. If you are unable or unwilling to perform the functions described on the card,
anti-collision light, because we will be getting out of here shortly.
Thank you, and welcome aboard.
And strobe, I'll turn that on whenever we get. Alright, let's see who this is. Alright. Alright, so it looks like we have approach on, so let's go ahead and contact him. So he is 126.1. Yep, 126.10. Alright, let's go ahead and contact him. Good morning, departure. United 1021, radio check.
United 1021, Potomac approach, 5x5.
5x5 to Potomac departure, United 1021, requesting IFR clearance into Atlanta.
United 1021, clear to Atlanta Hartsfield Airport, Turf 7 departure, flash transitions and as filed. Climb by SID, squawk 56, tree 4.
Alright, United 1021 is clear to Atlanta via the Terp 7 departure, flash transition, then it's followed. Climb via the SID, squawk 5634 in the box.
United 1021, read back correct, pushing so at your discretion, advise when you're ready to taxi. You can expect runway 284 departure.
We'll advise we're ready for taxi and expecting 28 for departure, United 1021. Alright, so it's screaming at me to close the doors, so let's go ahead and get those closed. FS action, let's go to the doors, and let's close up the doors. And our squawk that he gave us is 5634. Five, 5634. Alright, we're good there. Alright, so it looks like we're good. Let's go ahead and get the pushback truck over to us. And let's verify, make sure our anti-collision lights is on. It is on. I'll turn the taxi light on after we start the engines.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
I'm ready for you to push me back. And we're going to want our nose to go left tail right.
Locking you.
All right. And nose left tail right, like I said. And I gotta remove the chocks. There we go.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
All right, let's go ahead and start firing up the engines.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for choosing United. It is our mission to provide you with quality and a safe flight. Before we depart, please pay attention as the cabin crew demonstrates our safety procedures.
And the engines are starting to spool
In
up.
preparation for departure, be certain that your seat back and tray table is in the upright and locked position. Ensure your carry-on items are placed completely under the seat in front of you.
And like the controller said, we are
Portable
going to be
telephones are
going to
not
runway
permitted for use in
28
flight.
for our departure
However,
out of
you
here.
may use certain other electronic devices when advised by your crew. Please direct your attention to the flight attendants in the
Put a
cabin.
little bit of
For
light
everyone's
on
safety,
the MCP
regulations require your compliance with all lighted signs, placards, and
the
crew member
management
instructions.
panel. There we go.
To fasten your seat belt, place the metal fitting in the belt and adjust the strap so it fits low and tight around your hips. To release, lift the faceplate of the buckle.
Alright, so it looks like we got one good engine start.
Please review the
Left
safety
generator,
instruction card in the
left
seat
pack
pocket in
auto,
front of you.
right engine
It
bleed,
explains
right
the safety
igniter.
features of this aircraft as well as the
Could add some
location and
fuel.
operation of the exits and flotation devices. Your seat cushion serves
And
as
the
a
other
approved
engine is starting to
flotation
spool up at
device.
this time.
To remove it, pull up and take it with you to the nearest usable exit.
Set parking
After exiting the aircraft, place your arms through the straps that edge the cushion to
And we
your
have good
chest.
engine start.
This
So as soon as we
aircraft
begin our
has several
taxi, I'll start the
emergency
clock.
exits. Take a moment to locate
And like
the
I said,
exit
our flight
nearest to
time
you.
into Atlanta
Keep in
is
mind
an
that the
hour and
closest
50
usable
minutes.
exit may be located behind you.
And let's pull up
If
the
there is a
map
loss
for
of this aircraft's electrical power, low-level emergency
Baltimore,
lights will illuminate.
'cause we are going
All exits
to
are indicated by
28.
lighted exit signs and floor-level lighting. If needed, oxygen masks will be released overhead. To start the flow of oxygen, reach up and pull the mask toward you, fully extending the plastic tubing. Place the mask over your nose and mouth and slip the elastic band over your head. To tighten the fit, pull the tab on each side of the mask. The plastic bag does not need to inflate when oxygen is flowing. Be sure to secure your own mask before
And
assisting
you're
others.
on generator
A
power
life
now.
vest is located under your
Yep,
seat.
on generator
To
power
wear it,
now.
tear open the plastic
And I'll
package,
turn on the
remove life
strobe light
vest,
once we
and
get
slip it
close
over
to
your head.
the
Infant
active.
life vests are also available.
So now we're
Wrap
just
the
waiting for them to
straps
get out of
around
the way,
your
then we'll
waist.
commence our taxi.
Snap the two ends together and tighten. Inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tabs. The vest can also
Wait for
be
y'all to get
manually
clear, then
inflated
I'll
by
be out of
blowing
here.
into one end of the red tubes, and is equipped with a water-activated locator light. It is important that you do not inflate your life vest until you have exited the aircraft. As a reminder, smoking is not
All right,
permitted in any area of the
so we are
aircraft,
going to commence our
including
taxi
the
now.
lavatories. Tampering with, or disabling a lavatory smoke detector is prohibited. On behalf of the captain and your entire
Captain
crew,
Noah,
it
I
is our pleasure
appreciate
to
that
have you aboard.
follow. Welcome to the
Enjoy
stream.
your flight, and thank you for choosing United.
Thank you for paying attention to our safety video. We will be on our way shortly. Flight attendants, prepare for departure.
Total departure, United 1021 ready for taxi at this time.
United 1021 Potomac approach, runway 28, taxi via Charlie, Uniform 1, Baltimore, altimeter 29er88.
Going to 28 via Charlie, Uniform 1, United 1021. Alright, so we're going via Charlie, Uniform 1. Alright, so that's Tango right there. Let's look and see. Alright, so I gotta come around and I will take this. On Tango. Charlie, the Uniform 1. Been a while since I've been into the airport, so Gotta get my bearings again. Alright, this is Charlie. And let's verify and make sure we have our takeoff flaps set. So we need flaps 10. Let's look at the EFB. Yep, so we'll take Charlie all the way down to uniform 1. So yeah, I feel a little bit rusty. Like whenever I don't fly for a while, I absolutely feel rusty.
Try 1021, wind 0207, runway 28, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 28, United 1021.
Yes, Captain.
Prepare the cabin for departure.
Okay. I will let the passengers know. Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has advised that we are now cleared for takeoff. Please ensure your seats are in the upright and locked position.
Alright, we have been cleared for takeoff, so we'll go ahead and turn on our strobe lights. Verify real quick that those are on. There we go. Let's go ahead and head out here.
Seeing monsters out your window. No, you can't sleep. You pretend though. You don't have to play the hero. I got you like you got me. When the earth shakes, when the bombs scream, until our last breath, every heartbeat.
One, rotate, and we are up.
United 1021, radar contact, say altitude passing.
So in departure, United 1021 with you, 600.
United 1021, check your altimeter, Baltimore 2988.
Tell me departure, United 1021 with you, 1800.
United 1021, your radar contact.
Alright, so we are up. Go ahead and let the aircraft take it. And we got a little bit of vibration out here today. That was a pretty good climb out of Baltimore. Minus me forgetting to set my altimeter correctly. Yep, so we have a little bit of vibration going on right now. Got some turbulence. Like I said, the flight time into Atlanta is going to be an hour and 50 minutes. And then we'll turn around and head back up to Memphis. Oh, man. So I hope everybody's having a great Monday. My day is going pretty good. I had to work last night, but actually had a busy night last night. Like, I was jobbing from the time I got there to the time I got off. So, but I was looking forward to coming home to do this flight for y'all. Wow, we got a lot of turbulence up here. Alright, so the aircraft is handling well, is still climbing out.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now safe to use your portable electronic devices.
So we're going to continue our climb up to our cruising altitude. Like I said, our cruising altitude today is going to be 32,000 feet into Atlanta. Black Diamond, how you doing, my friend? How is your Monday going? Hope your day is going as good as mine. Alright, we're passing 10,000 feet, so we'll go ahead and turn off our landing lights. And we'll go ahead and take it up to our cruising altitude of 32,000 feet.
United 1021, leave my airspace to the west, Washington Center offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved in Unicom. Thanks for ATC. See ya! Doing just fine. That's good, my friend. Have you been doing any flying? And let's pop down here, and I'm going to go ahead and tune in Atlanta Center. So I have them on standby. And let's get everything figured out for our approach into Atlanta. We're doing some missions in DCS with the F-16s. Oh, is it? Are you getting better with it? Is it like hard to learn? So we need to be down to 5,000.
On your own to cover my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same.
14,000 at Aussie.
Compare the things I've had to face. Got you crying over pain. Oh, some things never change.
Alright, I can't see that.
You'll break your back.
It's hard, but it's enjoyable. A little break from P3D. Don't tell me you got tired of P3D. Don't tell me you got tired of P3D. majority is what we're catching, so we need to be to 5,000. No way, but sometimes I need to change. I feel you. I've been playing other games. Like my brother has me on a game right now called Atlas, and it's pretty addicting. Okay, so for 8 left,
I stopped asking for forgiveness.
1.3, 0.5.
You keep trying to get to me. Save myself by turning into stone. So save your judgment, cause you just don't know. But some things never change.
Up 1120 Atlanta Center, good morning. Climb maintain flight level 370.
They say I should feel guilty and change my ways. Even comfortable things in my ways where I didn't mean to make them break.
Flying some missions and it's pretty intense. Really? Are you having to shoot planes down and stuff like that? Okay, so let's go back over here. 095 on the course. Alright, and let's get the runway length and elevation for 8 left. $12,390. Oh, you know what? I want to go 9 left. Let me fix that in the thing. Air-to-air bombing runs and just basic air combat. Oh, okay, cool. Alright, we reached our transition point. And I'm going to change up what runway we approach on. So I think we're going to do Osby 1 and catch the 9s. And transition point to be flash. And we're going to go with 9 left. And we'll catch that arena. Alright, cool. Okay, so the runway length was 12,390 and the elevation is 1,019. Was 12,000. What did I say? 12,390? Yeah. 12,390. Alright. Put our landing altitude up here. Alright, we're set up for our approach. I did squeeze in a flight from Salt Lake to Seattle in the 737. Okay, how'd that flight go? Pretty smooth, I guess, right?
Before you do that, contact Houston Center on 134.42, and then just make that request to them. You have a great day. Okay.
Yeah, I need to start flying my 7.8 some more. It was very smooth, no issues whatsoever. Cool, cool, cool. I always look forward to having smooth flights. I hate them when like something goes wrong. I'm like, oh my gosh. Well, you've seen it in my previous streams. Like if my flights go wrong, I have a bad day. Very bad day. So while we're still climbing up to our cruising altitude, I'm just gonna look to see what I'm gonna look to get our flight plan for Memphis. I don't know why I can't talk today. It's like my mouth is very dry. I think it was one of the best things. Okay, what was your landing rate? KBWI-KATL-KMEM. Oh, you don't have that app? Okay, cool. Cool. No worries. So that's gonna be the NASA 2.
This is the first time I'm walking
Alright, I
away
just need to look at something.
from you.
How long was that flight for you?
You broke something new from you, and don't cry. I keep telling myself this is all in my head. Don't cry. I keep telling myself you will wake up instead. Don't cry. I keep telling myself you will wake up instead.
About 2 hours, nice scenery and weather. Cool. So what's some of the latest, speaking of nice sceneries and stuff, what's the latest you've heard about Flight Sim? I'm trying. Like, it's hard to find good music though, because Twitch is really cracking down on people playing copyrighted stuff, and I've always tried to find non-copyrighted music to play in my streams and whatnot, and I pretty much learned that from my partnership with YouTube. They'll flag something in a heartbeat if it has copyrighted music in it. So I'm very weary about stuff, about certain music. But yeah, so what are some of the new things that you may have heard about the new Flight Sim? So we're about 8,000. We're about 6,000 feet from our cruising altitude. We are close to closing alpha testing and going to beta, which means once they do that, we should see some streams from some of the testers. Nice. I wonder how many people have broken the NDA that they had in place. Like, I know there was one that we were talking about that broke the NDA.
Atlanta Center, American 1819, West level 270 for 370. 1819 Atlanta Center, good morning, squawk 2026. 2026, American 1819.
Like, I wish I could have been an alpha tester on it, but my computer, I felt, wouldn't have been fast enough to handle it.
Ferdinand, correction American 1819, radar contact 20.
I was just looking at a guy who
Northwest,
had leaked a
the,
video, but
inbound
they
VOR.
shut that
Maintain
down.
post
Oh, really?
370.
Wow.
58370 and good morning to you.
Actually, I'm gonna have to change stuff up because the frequency now for 8 loud or 9 loud is where's 9 loud? Frequency for 9 loud is 110.5. I put it in. Oh, I put it in for everybody. You would think that very. Yeah, you would think so. You think they would want very. I cannot talk today. You ever have those days where you can't formulate a word? But yeah, you think that they would have like a variety of computers to see, okay, this computer will be able to handle it, this one won't be able to handle it. Okay, we're gonna have to do, oh yes, every day. Like it gets real annoying, like when I'm talking very fast and all of a sudden I'm jumbling over my words. Like I don't know why, it's like my mouth gets dry or something. So the aircraft seems to be handling very well. So once we get on the ground in Atlanta, we'll bring it on the ground probably for about 10 minutes or so. And then we'll head up to Memphis. Flight time up into Memphis is 1 hour and 15 minutes. I am like my father, tend to talk too fast. I do that all the time. It's like my brain processes stuff faster than my mouth can spit it out. So I'm always like stumbling over stuff. And it's funny because sometimes I'll be at work and I'll stumble over my words and people are like, what did you just say? And I'm like, I said, and I have to slow it down. Alright, so we're about to reach the top of our climb. Now go ahead and turn off the seatbelt sign. Since we are at the top of our climb.
The captain has turned off the seatbelt sign. You may now take off your seatbelt.
And the aircraft's going to continue to do its thing. So I'm just going to briefly step away real quick and use the lavatory, and I will be right back. So sit back, relax, enjoy the flight into Atlanta. I had to translate for my wife when my father would talk to her because she couldn't get what she was saying. What he was saying so fast. Like, what did he just say? Like, okay, he said this, and this. But yeah, so I'm gonna step away real quick and use the lavatory, and I will be right back.
Atlanta Central, American 783 with you, flight level 15,000 to flight level 16,000.
American 783, Atlanta Center, climb maintain level 230.
230 for American 783.
Alright, I'm back with you in the flight deck. I don't know why my camera likes to do this. Hold on, let me see if I can get it to fix itself. Like, it likes to turn me like overly red, and I don't know why it does that sometimes. Alright, so we're continuing our flight into Atlanta. We've been flying for about 20 or so minutes, so we have about an hour and a half left into our flight.
Southwest, or correction, Delta 795, Atlanta Center, runway 27 right, taxi Lima Juliet Mike.
And it looks like they're landing on the 27s. So let me plan for that.
Southwest 105, Atlanta Center, climb maintain, flight level 350. Experience 738, leave Meyer 6 to the south, tactical center offline, radar service terminated for change clouds approved, good day.
Tranquility chain approved for American 783, and every day.
Alright, let's look at Atlanta. So I didn't get the frequency for that.
For 227 Atlanta Center, good morning, climb maintain, flight level 390.
And let's get the frequency for 27 right. That's why I kind of like tuning in to an airspace way ahead of time so I can hear what they're doing out there. Because for some reason my weather app doesn't tell me accurate information. Sometimes, like today, it was saying that they're landing on the 8s, but it sounds like they're landing and departing on the 2.7s and 2.6s. So the frequency is 111.3.
Charlotte craft, Atlanta, ATIS, X-ray currency altimeter 3007.
Actually, this is to the ATIS. And I can't pick up the ATIS yet. So 111.3 and 275.
Stars at your window. No, you can't sleep. You pretend though you don't have to play the hero. 'Cause I got you like you got me. When the earth shakes, when the bombs scream, until our last breath, every heartbeat.
Did that you double check? Yeah, I know. I have to. Because there's been a couple of times where I trusted what my weather app tells me, and I end up coming in on the wrong end.
Flaw, runway 27 right, cleared for takeoff.
We're gonna catch that video. It says 57,000. Did you get a chance to look at his update? No, I didn't. I really haven't. Like, I've been crazy busy at work. Like last night.
Dragon 1819, descend via the flip through arrival landing north.
Last night.
2992.
From the moment I sat in my seat at work.
The flip 3 and the landing north, copy out the American 1819.
From the moment I from the moment I sat in my seat at work, I was busy.
Delta 795, Atlanta Center, radar contact, Clement maintain 14,000.
Yeah, I was busy from the moment that I sat down, and it was ridiculous. And my camera is red again. I don't like that. So yeah, I really haven't had a chance to look at any updates. Like I got a notification from YouTube that they put out a new video, but yeah, I didn't get a chance to see it. Come on, cameras, stop doing that red thing. Okay, I think we're good.
2444 Atlanta Center, thanks for X-ray, runway 27 right, taxi to Lima, Julie Mike.
Someone to come up and tame, oh, some things never change, never change.
When was the last time they put out an update?
Maintain flight level 350.
They're gonna have all the charts, stars, maps, roads, another ground crew, and if you want, you can turn over controls to co-pilot so you can look at the scene. What? Really? Wow, that is impressive. I absolutely cannot wait for that to come out. Send to 5,000, the lowest point on the star. Yeah, it looks like 5,000 is the lowest point on a star.
Delta 889 Atlanta Center, good morning. Runway 27 right, taxi to Lima, Juliet Mike.
We will be Sam Heavy. Yeah, we will. I just hope it's not so intensive that it just eats up all of your resources on your PC. Your wife will probably kick you out of the seat. Yeah, you better get ready for it because it might happen. Better get ready for it because it just might happen. Alright, let's see if there's any ATIS information. Nope, not got. So I think when I get closer to Atlanta's airspace, I should pick up ATIS at that point. Redemption. So it was funny. I was talking to my brother the other day, and I was telling him about. Because my brother used to really be into flight sim just like me.
Good morning,
and I was telling him how I don't play on FSX that much anymore because it always crashes and whatnot. And I told him I'm playing on P3D. He's like, "What is P3D? I've never even heard of that." So I had to explain it to him.
2024 2024.
24 in the box to 2535.
So did you get everything all your aircraft reinstalled back on P3D? seem to be true through the internet, so it won't.
Delta 2555, radar contact 50 south to Dublin VR, flight level 360. Descend at House discretion, maintain flight level 240.
I'm flight level 240 for Delta 2535, and you have information extra and data.
But yeah, that is such a... Oh my
Delta
goodness,
2444 on S flaw, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
Hold on, let me turn on one more light. See if that fixes it.
I stopped asking for forgiveness, cause you should know only fools tread where the angels.
But yeah, like I was saying, that is such a bummer. Like, whenever you get a new game, you're looking forward to play it, and then the resources just kill you. You know what? I give up on the camera. Yes, got it. All reinstalled. Alright. Good morning, Atlanta Center, United 1021 with you, flight level 320.
United 1021, Atlanta Center, good morning, squawk 2067.
$2067 in the box for United 1021.
United 1021 radar contact about 10, make it 15 miles south, class CBR, flow 320, good morning.
Alright, yeah, it's got all the results. Okay. If I do that again, slap you. I will slap you, because that, I don't know why you did that. I was like, why did he, go to, oh my gosh, like, hold on. This is really going to trigger me right now. I give up. So, I was like, why would he go to V5 when they don't have, like, all the stuff, like, available for it yet? I put all my scenery and DCS on my exercise. Really? All right, cool. Awesome. I'm glad you got the
United 105, the United States to the south, Jacksonville Center is offline. Radar service terminated for exchange advisory brief. Great day.
Spirit 1014, turning up the call sign, radio check.
Alright, hold on one second. I'm going to try something with this camera.
Delta 2444 Atlanta Center radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 350. Level 350, Delta. And Delta 2444, pursue direct bang. Direct to bang. Unit 105,
yep, I give up.
The south, Jackson offline, radar service terminated for exchange advisory brief.
I just wanted a headache, that's why I did it. Okay, well, you definitely got a headache by having to go and change all that stuff around. You wanted a headache, you definitely got one.
Negative. I think I stepped on someone else when I was trying to give you a transmission. If anybody else called Atlanta Center, go ahead. Atlanta Center, American 1963 at the end of the ramp, ready for taxi. Runway 26 left with X-ray. United 1693, Atlanta Center.
I don't know why it does that.
You don't by chance have the cut and two departure or the pencil two, do you?
Cut and two or the pencil two. It's a nightmare putting all that back. Yes, it is. It is. Especially when you get everything like programmed the way that you want it, and then all of a sudden something messes up and you have to start from scratch and what have you.
Delta 2444 approved, just let me know on your back. Delta 889, RNAP flaw, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
Oh my goodness, I cannot get my camera to stop going red. I give up. Hopefully eventually it'll fix itself. It did that to me before.
35 to arrival for 3007.
Oh wow, he's really modulating right now.
Air 1819, the shuttle from American 29 Honor 7, connect the visual approach to 3600.
Everybody sounded modulated right now.
Center American 63,
Maybe I need to fix the white balance. Takes all day, can't talk, sing, think, walk. Nope, can't. I'm the same way. Like when something goes wrong with my computer, I am a walking zombie until I can figure out what is causing
correction, American 1963 is cleared the
issue.
Correction, the Chicago airport via the Varnum 2 departure glazer transition that is filed. Rest unchanged. Okay, clear to O'Hare by the Varnum 2 departure and glazer transition. Everything else is in American 1963. Ready for tech. American 1963, thank you. Runway 26 left, taxi via Foxtrot, Echo. 26 left via Foxtrot, Echo, American 1963, thank you.
Hold on, I'm trying to Google and figure out why my camera is showing me as red. Just like now, huh?
Delta 889,
What do you mean?
Atlanta Center radar contact, climate maintain, flight level
Yeah,
370.
I missed something.
370, we're passing 2,900,
Oh, you talk about how I'm fixated on the camera, how it turned everything red? Got a lot of turbulence up here. Well, not turbulence, but wind that we're flying through. Yeah, the redness issue is triggering me. It is triggering me right now, and I really want to figure out what it is. Got the map on the webcam. There it is.
X-ray Papa Kilo 013, Atlanta Center, squawk 2054.
Let's see if I can figure that out, because yeah.
Squawk 2054, X-ray 013.
What filters? Alright, hold on. Let's see. Night contrast, that's fine. Brightness is fine. The only problem is like I've messed with the settings a little bit, so whenever it does fix itself, it's going to make me look black and white. Because I've had this issue before, where it made me look super red, and then whenever it corrected itself, it made me look black and white. I'm like, oh my god.
X-ray Pop Kilo 013, you're actually just about to leave my airspace. If you want, you can just monitor Unicom 122.8, Jack Center's offline. Have a great day.
So I think that's fine for right now, I guess. How's it look? Does it look too bad, Black Diamond? World, how you been? How is everything going? And everything is going well on my end. Minus my webcam one make me look super red. How's everything with you? Are you at work right now? Cool. Alright, good. It's probably a driver or something I need to install for my webcam to fix that. So it doesn't automatically do that every time.
Close in about 30 minutes.
Oh.
Okay.
So hopefully we're on the ground in Atlanta in about 30 minutes or less. So you're at work, Ivor World?
Burger 1963, Arnav impasse.
Oh, you're off today. Cool.
Left, they're takeoff. Arnav impasse, surf takeoff 26 left, American 1973.
Flying to Stewart Airport to
Alright,
608, just sent your PDC.
I'm going to go ahead and turn on the seatbelt sign.
Delta
We'll
1120 Lou Maris,
get
base
our
to the
descent
northeast,
here
Washington
shortly.
Center's offline, radar, service terminated, for exchange files approved, great day.
Okay, you come, Delta 1120, see you.
The captain has turned on the seatbelt sign.
Delta 2535, the Atlanta altimeter 3007, expect visual approach 27 left.
Roger, expecting the visual for 27 left, and we got the altimeter report for Delta 2535.
So what you got going on today, Ivor World? Anything?
Delta 795, Blue Mary Space to the south, Jacksonville Center is offline, radar service terminated, for exchange files approved, great day.
Ooh, excuse me.
Delta 795, Blue Mary Space to the south, Jacksonville Center offline, radar service terminated, for exchange files approved, great day.
What have I been up to today? I got off work, came home, ate a little bit, watched a little bit of TV, talked to the love of my life, and now flying. Hey, it's only going to get up to 100 degrees a day here, so I'm looking for my jacket. Shoot, screw that. 100 degrees? You can have that noise. You can have that. Not getting killed by monsters on stream this week? Yeah, I am. I'm going to be playing. So I figured out my schedule. On Mondays, I'll do Flight Sim. On Tuesdays, I'll do Dead by Daylight. And then eventually I'm going to start streaming another game called Atlas that my brother got me hooked on. So yeah, tomorrow we'll be getting murked by monsters. But actually, we did pretty good the last time we played. We went 3 rounds without getting killed. Okay, yeah. Some running around. Okay. Yeah, I'm not doing anything. I'm gonna do this flight. I'm gonna do a flight up to Memphis, and then I'm gonna call it quits after that because I actually got to go grocery shopping. So we should be creeping up on the top of the descent here in a bit. What's what about? What are you talking about? What's what about? Did I miss something?
Mary 1963, Atlanta Center radar, contact, climb and maintain, flight level 350. See how she passes. Passing 4,700 and up to, what was the altitude, American 1963, 350? Yes, sir, climb and maintain, flight level 350. Up to 350, American 1963. Down at 1021D, send at pause discretion, maintain flight level 240.
Descend at pause discretion, maintain flight level 240. 91021.
American 1819 is going to maintain 3,000.
Down to 3,000, American 1819.
Atlanta Center is going to step away for 1 minute, bye.
New game, yeah, I feel I gotta get my grocery list together too. Oh, what's Atlas about? So Atlas is I guess you're pirates or whatever, and you start out in the world with just like no clothes or anything. I mean, you're not naked, but you're like wearing basic clothes, and you have to go and pick up resources and whatnot to okay, yeah. So, you have to go and get resources on the various beaches or whatever to build your house, your ships, various equipment on the ship, various equipment on you that you would need. And you have to go and fight like there's monsters. You gotta, well, not monsters, but there's like animals and mystical creatures and whatever out there that are like 3 times your size.
Delta 2444, live in our space to the
you
south.
go and look for
centers off
like
at the beach
sunken treasure and things like that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. At first I didn't think I was going to get into it because I'm not really into MMOs. But after I played it the first time, it's like I got kind of hooked on it. Need to restock your cran juice and vodka. I was actually thinking about picking up some libations on my way home from work today, but I was like, you know what? If I do that, I'm going to fall asleep shortly after, and I won't have any interest in streaming later. So I decided against it.
Delta 2535, flighting 330, vector visual approach 27 left, descend to maintain 6,000.
Down 6,000, and can we get that vectors again for 2535?
I'll be heading 330 for Delta 2535.
Yeah, I decided against it, so...
I'm heading down 6,000 for 2535.
Delta 2444, if you're still with me, leave right space to the south, Jacksonville Center offline, radar service terminated, free change advisor approved, great day.
But yeah, so Atlas is super cool. I think I've seen some others playing this. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe. I mean, there's a couple of games out there like Atlas. But yeah, I find it very, very
Delta 2608, when you're ready to taxi, contact tower on 119.1.
Alright, so we're beginning our descent down into Atlanta.
2535, you said to maintain 3000.
Yeah, 3000, 2535.
Delta 1021 cross Aussie at maintain 12000 at 250 knots, the land on summer 3007.
Cross Aussie at 12,000 at 250 knots for your United 1021.
And Delta 889 looking to step away for a minute or two.
Delta 889, that's fine. You're actually just about to leave my airspace. Jacksonville Center is offline. Radar service terminated for change by advisory. Approved. Have a great day.
Over advisory. See you later, 889.
American 1819, flooding 090.
A couple more fixes before we reach Aussie.
090, vector final, American 1819.
Cranberry, ginger ale, and vodka is nice too. I think I'm drinking coffee this morning, but later on I'll get my cran juice flow. Alright, so he's at cross Aussie at 250. Yep, very nice. Nick, how you doing, my friend? How's your day going?
American 1819, flooding 030, join the runway 36.
That's good, my friend.
The airport will be at your 11 o'clock in about 10 miles, so I know you have an insight.
Can't seem to get a descent.
Sorry, can I get the heading one more time for American 1819?
Oh, did you go back and do, I was going to ask you, how did your training go?
030, join the 36 center localizer, American 1819.
Atlanta Center, good morning. American 1754 is joining you at flight level 370.
American 1754, Atlanta Center, great morning to you. Squawk 2034.
Oh man, are you like coming in too hard or too slow, too fast? Like what is it?
Atlanta Center, good evening, or good morning. Power 52 is with you. Flight level 370 up to flight level 400.
Power 452, Atlanta Center, great morning, squawk 2035.
2035, Power 52.
American 1754, radar contact 31 east to Dublin VOR, flight level 370, good morning.
Hasn't heard my touchdown. Oh, I got you.
Good morning. UPS 9739 with you at 380.
Alright, I'm gonna intervene on this descent.
UPS 9739 Atlanta Center, squawk 2002.
And we need to cross Aussie at 250.
American 1819, the Charlotte Airport, 12 o'clock in about 5 miles.
American 1819 out of the field.
American 1819, thank you. Clear visual approach, runway 36 center.
Clear visual approach, 36 center, American 1819.
No good for a soft field.
UPS
I think when I was taking flight lessons, my landings were pretty hard as well.
American 1819, the wind 330, 9 runway 36 center, clear to land.
Clear to land, American 8. Sorry, clear to land 36 center, American 1819.
Alright, so our itinerary is 3007, so I'll have to set that here in a bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are descending to our destination.
Hey, how many times did I
Please
put that
fasten
song in
your
there?
seatbelts and make sure all portable electronic devices
My
are securely
issue
stowed
that I was
so that
having
we
when
can
I
secure
was
the cabin
landing
for
is
arrival.
that I think I would get intimidated with the angle of descent and seeing the runway coming up at me so quick. Because I don't know why, but whenever I was sitting in the Cessna, it felt like I was coming straight down like this.
Tower 52, I believe I see your target. Just make sure you're squawking normal, please.
Yeah, can you just confirm 2035 my squawk? Tower 52.
Oh, does it?
Tower 52, that's affirmative.
Alright, we are squawking. I can identify you if you need me to, Tower 52.
Oh, that'd be great. I see a standby target, which I believe is you. If you don't mind just turning transponder.
See, I haven't done any night landings yet, so I wouldn't even know.
Tower 52, that's in radar contact about 40 south of WR, flight level 400. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Tower 52.
Delta 2535, flight 290 on the 27 level advisory, the Atlanta
It's
Airport,
modulated again.
11 o'clock, about 10 miles.
290 and
Alright, so is this going to cross Aussie
Delta 2535.
and 12,000
Tower
like
52
I
has been off
need?
discretion, they flight level 240.
240, Tower 52. And if possible, Center Tower 52 like request 26 right.
Yeah, I think it will.
Yeah,
I haven't done landings at night yet. I wish I would have, because I bet that would be like super cool. But I think I might be playing with the Tower 2. Could be. Were you with your instructor or were you soloing?
Forward, descend via the banker to arrival, landing north altimeter 2997.
2997, landing north, and we'll descend via the banker to 764.
Delta 2535, the Atlanta Airport, 12 o'clock, in about 8 miles.
If I'm got there, please.
Delta 2535, clears approach 27 left, contact Atlanta Tower 100.1.
I don't know why everything's modulated today.
As I could approach the 27 left, hanging over tower in 1921, thanks for service.
Alright, we're about to hit our transition altitude in about 1,000 feet.
Delta 26, radar 2000 standard.
Delta 26 area to Atlanta Center. Hello again, climb and maintain flight level 330.
So yeah, once we get on the ground in Atlanta, we'll be on the ground for probably about 10 minutes or so while I program in the new route, and then we'll head up to Memphis.
1819, welcome
Flight
to Charlotte,
time
Texas,
into Memphis is an hour and 15 minutes. So a little short hop.
1819, welcome to Charlotte. You can text the ramp via Echo. Great day.
Ramp by Echo, thanks for service full PM.
Oh, you were with your instructor. Okay. Did he say anything about it? Alright, I'm going to intervene on that descent again. Alright, got our altimeter set. That's how he was able to say that was a bit too hard for a song. Ooh. Oh, man. Well, just keep practicing. Keep practicing, you'll get it. Just keep on practicing. Don't get frustrated. How many times have you been up since the last time we talked? I need to get back into 77. Yeah, same here. I do too. I haven't.
1021, altimeter 3007, visual approach 26 right.
Expected visual approach 26 right, altimeter 3007, 1021. 26 right. So I gotta change stuff up real quick. right.
Power 52, descend via the Jedi 2 arrival, altimeter 3007.
3007 and descend via the Jedi 2 arrival. Power 52.
Oh, there it is. 26 right. Okay, 275 111. 275 110.1. And the field elevation for 26 right is 990, and the length is 9,000. Okay. Alright. I don't even know, probably 4 or 5, but I've been messing up the past 3 lessons even. In common, I'm still seeing it now. Huh. Yeah, maybe this is expecting it too much.
Shuttlecraft 1 Center will be closed in about 10 minutes.
Nope, not a real life pilot. I wish I was though. I wish I was a real life pilot. Alright, so add and maintain. Alright, cross Aussie at 12,000. And then I should continue the rest of my descent after that. And 250 knots. Maybe I'm not concentrating enough on the greaser and trying to get it down on 1,000, 1,500 feet. Maybe. Like, does he give you, like, you have to absolutely be down at this point?
1963, contact Indianapolis Center, 119.55. Great day, sir.
Over to Indy Center, American 1963. Thanks. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you. Got it, 1021, descend and maintain 60.
Going to 6,000 at 1021.
American 1754, radar contact lost.
Alright, so we're going to descend down to 6,000. Throw our speed brakes out so we don't speed back up. But yeah, man, I would say just keep practicing, you'll get it. I wish I could have continued with my flight training, but real life got in the way, family, work, constantly moving around. Like the last time I actually flew a Cessna was when I lived in Japan, so maybe I should try and just float it a bit more. I would say give that a shot. I would say give that a shot. That couldn't hurt.
Got it, 1021 flying 220, vector visual approach 26 right.
Going ahead in 220, 1021. FAA examiners might say get it down by the 1,500 feet. Huh.
Number 260, Hotel Golf, Lima Center.
November 260, Hotel Golf, that's looking for flight line clear.
Number 260, Hotel Golf, Atlanta Center, Roger, squawk 2030, and Sierra contact.
2030, Maria, type of airline today.
Let me make sure we got it. Yeah, that's not gonna matter. Make sure we're going for 26 right.
Atlanta Center, good morning, Delta 810 with you are about 28 miles south of the National VOR 330.
I think he gave me a shortcut route.
Atlanta Center, good morning. Unfortunately, I'm closing up here in the next 4 minutes. You can monitor to come 122.8. Have a great day.
No problem, 2280. Have a good day, Delta 810.
Number 260 Hotel Golf, Atlanta Center. Radar contact 70 south, hold the Mountain VOR. Proceed on course.
230 Hotel Golf, thank you.
All right, so we should be on the ground here shortly in Atlanta. And let me go ahead and turn on my APUs so I have those when I'm on the ground.
Remember 260 Hotel Golf, traffic's going to be off here at 12 o'clock, about a mile and a half, altitude in case 7,600.
We've got it inside.
You got it, 1021, just going to maintain 3,000.
Going to 3,000, United 1021. Alright, we should be establishing on a localizer here shortly, so I'm going to go ahead and engage that. That way, whenever we intersect it, we will ride it on in. want to be down to 3,000 by the time I intersect. Black Diamond and Hyper World, you still here?
Got it, 1021. The Atlanta Airport's off your 1 o'clock and about 15 miles now. Report inside.
Night 1021 has the field in sight.
Got it, 1021. Thank you. Clear visual approach runway 26 right.
Clear visual 26 right. Night 1021. All right. So it's going to establish on the localizer here in a bit. I'm going to go ahead and arm approach as well. And it'll ride it in. Looks like it's still trying to pick up the scenery though.
Delta 2608, leave my airspace to the south, Jacksonville Center offline, radar service terminated, free change advisor approved, great day.
Let's go ahead and get our speed down. We'll drop our landing gear here in a bit. Alright, it's picking it up. So I'll go ahead and drop the landing gear. We need to be at 155.
UPS 9739, I'm closing as well as Indianapolis Center. You can monitor Unicom 122.8, radar service terminated. You enjoy your day. Unicom for 9739, have a good afternoon. Got it, 1021, contact Atlanta Tower 119.1, great day.
Going to Tower 119.1, 1921. See ya.
See ya, Power 52, descend to maintain 6,000.
Good morning, Atlanta Tower, 1021 on final 26 right.
United 1041, Atlanta Tower, good morning. Runway 26 right, cleared to land.
Cleared to land, 26 right, 1021. There's a lot going on right now. Here's Soak, I'm with you into Memphis, bro. All right, cool. Alright, let's see if we can start out with a good landing. And I'm just going to turn the music down to my ear. A little bit of wind bouncing us around, just a little bit. Looks like we got tailwind.
Stars out your window. No, you can't sleep. You pretend though you don't have to play the hero. 'Cause I got you like you got
Yeah, 1024, welcome to Atlanta. Taxi to parking via Bravo Victor Foxtrot.
Going to parking via Bravo Victor Foxtrot, 1021. Alright, so let's go ahead and clean up the flaps. No, Bravo 6. Okay. So we'll take this down to Victor. That was a windy landing coming in.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at our destination. On behalf of the captain and crew, we thank you for flying with us. We hope that you will join us again.
Alright, so let's pull up the map. He said Bravo Victor Fox, that's Bravo 4 there. Okay. We'll take it Bravo all the way down to Victor, and then it comes around. So that was a good flight into Atlanta. I was thinking that my landing was probably going to be a little bit rusty because I haven't flown in a couple of days, but it actually wasn't that bad, so I'll take it. Alright, so let's look at this again. So we'll take Bravo all the way down, Victor, then it's going to loop around the Fox.
Pick up my sword and it's nothing I won't do.
So we're going all the way down to the end of the runway.
You wonder how I got this way.
And had to uninstall X-Plane download again without Vulcan. Vulcan kept crashing. You know, I kept hearing a lot of people saying that they've had issues with Vulcan.
You think I would look pretty on your arm once you cover up my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same.
Like a lot of people, they were like happy when Vulcan came out, but they were. I say probably like a couple of days after that, they kept saying, man, Vulcan just keeps crashing and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, wow, might have to wait till it's out of beta or something. Maybe. And that's probably another reason why I haven't like moved over to X-Plane, because I would want to get like the latest update and everything, and I'd probably run into the same issues.
I stopped asking for forgiveness, 'cause you should know only fools tread where the angels fear to go, but you keep trying.
Thanks, Black Diamond. Yeah, I was kind of nervous because it looked like I had a tailwind. That's why I was wondering why we were coming in on the 2.7s, but it's all good. So we're going to take this around to Foxtrot, then we're going to park at the terminal. Then I'll take a quick commercial break, and then we'll set up for our flight into Memphis. this looks like this is Fox right up here.
Atlanta Tower, good evening. Power 52 is going to enter a left base for 26 right.
Power 52, Atlanta Tower, good afternoon. Make left base, runway 26 right.
Left base for 26 right.
Alright, we're going to pull into the gate right here.
And Power 52, wind 30011, gusting 18, runway 26 right, clear to land.
26 right, clear to land, Power 52.
Thanks, bud. Yes, I know. And I can't deal with 2 sims giving me a headache today. Or right now. I can't. Like, I kind of miss FSX. Because, like, my C-17's on there and everything. Alright, we're at the gate. Let's go ahead and shut down the engine. And request for the
41 Atlanta Tower, claim good afternoon. Your claim final request, expect the PDC.
Alright, so we're at the gate, so I'm going to take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be on our way to Memphis. So sit back, relax, and I will be back here in less than 3 minutes. So, be right back. So sit back and enjoy the tunes.
Delta 31, receive PDC, ready for start.
Power 52, welcome to Atlanta. Thank you for ramp via Alpha.
Ramp via Alpha, have a great day, sir. Power 52.
Delta 31, touch and start at your discretion. You can call me on the north side when ready for taxi.
Starters at my discretion, we'll call you on the north side when I'm ready for taxi, Delta 31.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are descending to our destination. Please fasten your seatbelts and make sure all portable electronic devices are securely stowed that you will join us again. We may secure the cabin for arrival.
All right, guys, I'm back with you in the flight deck. So the passengers are still unboarding off of the aircraft. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting everything programmed inside of the aircraft. Standby screens looks really cool. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I found it the other day, and I was like, wow, I'm going to get that. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting everything set up for our flight into Memphis. Flight time, like I said, is 1 hour and 15 minutes. So let's go ahead and get that. Departure, route. Let's see. Gonna be KMEM. And we're, oh shoot, I'm not thinking right now. KATL. And we're going to Memphis. And the runway we'll be departing off of, I believe, is going to be 26 right. Let's, well, let me check something. Do I have that there? Yeah. So let's look at this, get our terminal charts, and let's copy that, and let's see if it loads it in. It looks like we just got our PDC, so we are Beacon code 7205. Climb and maintain 10,000. 320. Clear to Memphis. VRR route. Okay. Expect runway 26 left for departure. Alright, cool. So let's go ahead and program that in. So we're departing off of 26 left. And our departure out of here is the NASA 2 departure with a, what was our transition? A Chook transition. And like I said, we are departing 26 left. So we'll activate that. Execute. And then our arrival into Memphis is the Vanes 2 arrival. And let's see what the weather conditions are in Memphis right now. So they're looking at the 3.6s. So we'll shoot for 3.6 center for our arrival, and our transition point is VATSIM. And yeah, we'll go for 3.6 center for our arrival. So that's looking good. Our cruising altitude once again is going to be 32,000 feet, and our zero fuel weight is 129.4. Reserves is 1.0, and cost index is 30 today. So drag required after erase. Okay. So we'll execute that. N1 limits, we're good there. Takeoff, we'll do flaps 10 out of here. And 141 is our V1, 143 is our VR, 142 is, or 151 is our V2. Our CG today is 22.0, so 5.57 on the trim wheel.
Delta 31, squawk 9 Charlie.
I think that's good right there. And the beacon code that he gave us was 7205.
Delta 31, thank you. Runway 26 left, taxi via Foxtrot Echo.
26 left, taxi via Foxtrot Echo, Delta 31.
Alright, so beacon code in there, everything's looking good. And let's go over here to our main instrument panel. 250 knots. And we need to climb to 10,000. Alright, 10,000. And let's turn on our flight directors. And that's looking good there. L now, V now. We're all set for our takeoff out of here. So we're just waiting for the passengers to get on, and then we will AFK back soon. All right, Black Diamond. So we're just waiting for the passengers to get on. And they're going to go ahead and bring out the baggage for the onload passengers. And so let's read this. Let's see, route, that's good. Departure frequency, info offline, subject to change. Expect runway 26 left for departure. ATC may change at any time. Push the start, 8 miles risk. Contact ground on the appropriate end of the ramp for taxi. On initial contact, state call sign, beacon code, and ATIS. Alright, what's our ATIS? All right, let's listen to 80s real quick. 125.55.
On initial contact, you'll have information Yankee.
Alright, rest of it I already got. I just needed the information. So yeah, we're just waiting for them to finish loading the passengers on, and then we will be on our way into Memphis. Flight time is an hour and 15
Good morning, Delta
minutes.
8, and we're about 11 and a half to the east inbound 26 right approach.
Delta 810, Atlanta Tower, winds 30011, gusting 18, runway 26 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, 26 right, Delta 810.
So, what are you doing, Iberworld? Just chilling right now? All right, so I'll say probably in the next 5 minutes or so, we should have all the passengers on, and then we'll be on our way into Memphis. I wonder if they're done loading all the baggage, because I see them just standing there. So as I stated, tomorrow I'll be on again, but I'll be playing Dead by Daylight, and I'll probably be playing along with my brother, probably around 4 o'clock. Probably around 4 o'clock we'll be playing that, 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, man, for the most part, about to go outside and get some things done before it does not get done at all. Yeah, it always take, like, once you lose that energy, it's like, yep, I'm not going anywhere. I have that happen to me sometimes. It's like whenever I come home from work, I'm like, okay, like the whole time I'm at work, I'm like, okay, I'm going to stream as soon as I get home. And then I'll get home and I'll make the mistake of laying across my bed. And I'm like, oh, that's all she wrote. I'm across my bed. I'm not getting up. Excuse me. Like, once I see my bed, I'm like, yep, that's a wrap. I'm not getting up and doing anything. I'm staying right here in my bed.
Delta 3-1, RNAV to Snuffy, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
RNAV to Snuffy, 26 left, clear for takeoff, Delta 31.
Did you ever get your deck finished? Hey, welcome back, Black Diamond. We're just waiting for the last couple of passengers to board. Nice. What are you flying, Nick? Finally, here they come with the bags.
Atlanta Tower, good afternoon. Wisconsin 9936, 5 north, with the weather, ready taxi 26 left.
Wisconsin 9936, runway Atlanta Tower, runway 26 left, taxi via Foxtrot, Echo.
26 left via Foxtrot, Echo, Wisconsin 9936.
I just want to see what the weather is looking like over in Memphis. It should be pretty clear. Yep, so today Memphis is good. And we've been fortunate enough not to have had any like thunderstorms or anything lately on my flights. American Airlines 1801 if you want to track me. Okay, all right. Oh, the 737-800. All right, cool. Yeah, let's go ahead and get Memphis. Let's edit that clip, and we need the arrival. What's our arrival?
Delta 810 will be off on mile 05.
The vans too.
Delta 810, welcome to Atlanta. Taxi ramp via Bravo Victor Foxtrot.
Bravo Victor Foxtrot, Delta 810. And just a little pyre up there, we had a headwind loss of about 10 to 15 knots, about 200 feet above the threshold.
And for the runway, we're going to be shooting for
Delta
36
810,
center.
roger.
So we got that. So I just want to get those programmed in because for some reason my EF word is mad hot here and nice and cool inside. Definitely. All right, let's close up the cargo doors because it looks like they're done with those. FS actions, doors.
Ladies and gentlemen, group 5 to the main boarding lane. You may board and no customers with bags that you checked at the gate. If you have a bag that you checked at the gate and you put a white tag.
All right.
Myself and the young lady.
So we're just waiting for the last couple of passengers to load up.
Go ahead and join the line so that you can take your bag down to the end of the jetway for us. You'll pick it up at baggage claim of your final destination. Again, if you check the bag here at the gate and I put a white tag for the young lady to my left, put a white tag on your bag. Go ahead and join the line.
Man, ran into issues with that deck. Oh, it's still a work in progress. Okay. What issues did you run into? All right, so let's go ahead and turn on our...
Got a 3-1, no further ATC available for change to advisory approved. Have a great flight.
In a second. And let's go ahead and prepare for push.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the captain and crew, it is my pleasure to welcome you aboard United Airlines Flight 1021. Federal regulations require that carry-on items are stowed prior to closing the aircraft door. Your items may be placed in an overhead compartment, or completely under the seat in front of you.
I think my audio
Use
might be
caution when placing
messed up a little
items
bit
in or
because I can't hear
removing
him.
them from the overhead
Tower
compartment.
9936, ready to go again.
Impasse, runway 26 left,
In
clear
order
for
to
takeoff.
expedite the boarding process, please be seated as quickly as possible after stowing your carry-on items.
Tower Wisconsin
Please take a
9936,
moment
we're
to
ready at the
review the
end.
safety instruction card in your seat pocket.
Wisconsin 9936, RNAV impasse, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
Tail left.
I have impasse 26 left, clear for takeoff,
If you are seated
9936.
in an exit row, you may be required to assist the crew in an evacuation. If you are unable or unwilling to perform the functions described on the card, just ask to be reseated. Thank you.
All right,
and
let's go
welcome
ahead and
aboard.
fire up the engines.
Flight attendants, please prepare doors for departure and cross-check.
So we should have a smooth flight into Memphis today. Not forecasting any issues, hopefully, God willing. Man, I used the wrong sealer. I was thinking it was clear. Alright, so we gotta name and start. I think it was clear, but it was not. Now I have to sand and start from scratch. Ah, dang, that sucks, my friend. That absolutely sucks. I'm trying to think of a project that I want to work on whenever I finally get back home.
Wisconsin 9936, no further ETC available. Frequency change to advisory approved. Have a great flight.
Wisconsin 9936, Wolf, yes.
Alright, so we're going to taxi out here, and then we'll hold and let tower know that we're ready for taxi. Yeah, that sucks. Alright, let's go ahead and taxi light. You off, all that's off. We are good to go. And let's go ahead and commence our taxi.
Aircraft calling Atlanta Tower, say again.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for choosing United. It is our mission to provide you with quality and a safe flight. Before we depart, please pay attention as the cabin crew demonstrates our safety procedures.
Alright, let's go ahead and let tower know that we're ready.
In preparation for departure, be certain that your seat back and tray table is in the upright and locked position. Ensure your carry-on items are placed completely under the seat in front of you. Portable telephones are not
Atlanta
permitted
Tower,
for use in flight.
1021,
However,
Beacon,
you may use certain other electronic devices when advised by your crew.
Ready for taxi with information Yankee.
Please direct your attention to the flight attendants.
1021 Atlanta Tower, good afternoon. Thank you for Yankee. Runway 26 left, taxi via Foxtrot Echo.
Placards and crew member instructions.
26 left via Foxtrot Echo.
To fasten your seat belt, place the metal fitting into the buckle and adjust the strap so it fits low and tight around your hips. To release, lift the faceplate of the buckle. Please review the safety instruction card in the seat pocket in front of you. It explains the safety features of this aircraft as well as the location and operation of the exits and flotation devices.
Delta 1900 radio check.
Serves as an approved flotation device. To remove it, pull up and take it with you to the nearest usable exit. After exiting the aircraft, place your arms through the straps and hug the cushion to your chest. This aircraft has several emergency exits. Take a moment to locate the exit nearest to you. Keep in mind that the closest usable exit may be located behind you. If there is a loss of this aircraft's electrical power, low-level emergency lines will illuminate. All exits are indicated by lighted exit signs and floor-level lighting. If needed,
you're learning from it?
Masks will be released overhead. To start the flow of oxygen, reach up and pull the mask.
Yeah,
fully extend.
I can agree because, like, if you messed up something inside of the house, you have to like see it all the time. But something in the backyard, I mean, unless you spend every day, every waking moment outside in the backyard,
be sure to secure your
then it really won't trigger you as much, I guess.
A life vest is located under your seat. To wear it, Tear open the plastic
So how big is the
package,
deck that you're
remove
building?
the life vest, and slip it over your head. Infant life vests are also available. Wrap the straps around your waist, snap the two ends together and tighten. Inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tabs. The vest can also be manually inflated by blowing into one end of the red tubes, and is equipped with a water-activated locator light. It is important that you do not inflate your life vest until you have exited the aircraft. As a reminder, smoking is not permitted in any area of the aircraft,
1300
including the lavatories.
18.
Tampering
Visibility
or
10.
disabling the lavatory smoke detector is
3,400
prohibited.
canter tower in
On
Cuba.
behalf of the captain and your entire crew, it
5,500
is our
canter.
pleasure to have you on board.
20,000
Enjoy
canter.
your flight,
Ceiling
and
to
thank you for choosing
5,000
United.
broken. Temperature 31. 2.21.
Thank you for paying
Altimeter
attention to our
3007.
Okay.
Simultaneous departure.
Flight attendants,
Departing runways.
prepare for departure.
Check 1, check 2, Delta 1900.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. You gonna work on any other projects after that one? I think that's a 777 over there. Yeah, it's a 777. How'd I get bug splatter on the side window? That's weird. All right. Speed this taxi up just a little bit. What do you say? So next week when I fly Flight Sim, I'm probably going to be flying the Quality Wing 787. And the reason I'm going to is because I have a bad habit of if I don't fly an aircraft for a while, I forget how to fly it. So yeah, next week I'll pull that one out to get some practice with it. Man, it's a long taxi down here. See, I would have got FS2 crew.
United 1021, RNAV to Snuffy, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, RNAV Snuffy, United 1021.
Yes, Captain.
Prepare the cabin for departure.
Okay. I will let the passengers know. Ladies and
I would
gentlemen,
have got FS2
the captain has
well,
advised that
FS2
we are now
crew,
cleared
if I
for
remember
takeoff.
correctly.
Please
Okay, I'm
ensure
confusing
your
that with
seats
FS
are in the
passenger.
upright
That's-
and
that's
locked
what it
position.
is. FS2 crew, that's the one where you have like a co-pilot that can interact with the aircraft as well. All right, so we are clear for takeoff.
You say I make you nervous, a tragedy, I'm a beautiful disaster, a reckoning. You wonder how I got this way. You think I'm someone to be saved, someone to clean up and tame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You think I would look pretty on your arm once you cover my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same. Can't bear the things I've had to face. Got you crying on your knees in pain. Oh, some things never change.
Lagging. There we go.
You'll break your back to make me feel again. Suffocate to make me breathe again. Lose your mind from endless pain. 'Cause some things never change.
All right, go ahead and lock the landing gear. Atlanta Tower, 1021 with you, 2100 for 10,000.
United 1021, no further ATC available. Frequency change to advisory approved. Have a great flight.
Frequency change to advisory approved, United 1021. Thanks for the HC. See ya. Torture me with it all the way to Memphis. Okay, I'll change it up. I'll change it up. Let's see what I got. Hold on.
This is the first time
He said that song must be on a loop. I use FS2 crew for all my planes. They react and also do pre-flight landings with the like the handle speeds and altitude. Yep. I used to have FS2 crew on FSX. All right, hold on. Let me open up my playlist because. Let me look at my playlist. He's like, don't torture me with that song. Let's see. How do I remove? Let's see. Add, remove selected. Remove that. Let's see what else I got. Alright. Alright, so the aircraft is still climbing out beautifully. I want to hear yourself, but if necessary, you know I won't have to play my own. Yeah, I know. Alright, so let's set the aircraft to climb up to our cruising altitude of 32,000 feet. He's like, don't torture me with that song. He's like, it's like nails on the chalkboard. I have a bad habit. Like if I like a song, I will play it until it just absolutely drives me nuts, and I'm like, okay, I can't listen to that anymore. That's not the same song. I promise you that's not the same song. Alright, hold on. Let's go with... No, I know what I'll play. There you go. Changed up a little bit. Is that better? Alright, so while I'm still climbing up, let me go ahead and look at the EFB to see what the frequency for 3.6 center is. That way we can start setting up for that. 3.6 center frequency is 110.5 and 360. Alright, and the field elevation for 3.6 center. Excuse me. 3.6 center is 11,120. This is the length, and the elevation looks like 341. Yep. Yeah. 341, we'll enter that. And the length is 11,120. Alright, so we are all set. Yes, sir. Thank you. Hey. I gotta please my audience. Gotta please my audience. Alright, so this should be a good flight. Let's see if we can finish off with a good landing. We had a great landing into Atlanta earlier, and we're about to hit our transition altitude in about 1,000 feet, or 600 feet actually. Alright, we just got a transition altitude, so the aircraft is going to continue its climb up.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now safe to use your portable electronic devices.
So after you get done watching my stream, Black Diamond, what you got planned for the rest of the day? Descend down to 6,000 to establish on 36 center. 9,000 to establish on 36 center, and then down to 6,000. Oh, you got a housework to do? Okay, cool. We're not even going to be cruising that long. Like, shortly after we reach the top of our climb, we're going to be heading to the top of our descent. Are you going to do any more flying later, or no? I tell you one thing, this has been a peaceful flight today. Only hiccup I had today was that I forgot to set my altimeter on takeoff out of Baltimore earlier. Maybe tonight, see what wifey is up to. Does she play DCS as well or no? Does she just play strictly P3D? Oh man, Shoot, I think after this flight, I might actually catch a nap. No DCS, she doesn't like the noise, but P3D, she is liking that. Okay, cool. I was talking to my wife last week, and I was trying to convince her to play any type of video game with me. I was like, come on. I was trying to convince her to play Atlas, but I think it's a little bit too in-depth for her to stay focused. And I tried to convince her on various other games too, but yeah, she just won't do it. I think she's stuck with she's satisfied with whooping our tail in Monopoly.
When did I lose you?
I absolutely refuse to play Monopoly with her again, because she just robbed us. There's diamond let me and scrap. Oh yeah. We talked about that. How you sometimes have to pull out the dictionary to check her words. Wait a minute, that's not a word. Actually, I think I might try Monopoly, not Monopoly, but Scrabble when I get back home. I might try that and see how that fares. But my wife is Filipino, so I guarantee she'll probably throw out some Filipino words, and I'll be like, "That's not a word," and she'll be like, "Yes, it is."
Trying to clear skies, but you just won't respond. Too far away to get in your lane, 'cause you won't let me hold on. When did I get lost in your eyes?
Every time I hear this song and he says, "When did I get lost in your afterthought?" I don't know why, but I think he's saying, "When did I get lost in your applesauce?" I'm like, I don't know why. So we're about 5,000 feet from our cruising altitude, and then we'll set up for our descent into Memphis. We're going to be shooting for ILS 36 Center. And let's see if we can end this stream off on a good note. Her and my sister-in-law used to play all the time, and if I played with them, I was lucky if I could go beyond using car or other three-letter word. They're probably throwing out 10-letter words like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Take me as I am. How can you see right through me? I've given you everything. Want you to just take me as I am.
Alright, so yeah, we're creeping up on the top of the climb now.
Atlanta Tower, Delta 1848 with you on the ILS for 26 right.
Why am I still picking up Atlanta Tower?
Delta 1848, Atlanta Tower, good evening. Runway, good afternoon. Runway 26 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, 26 right.
Alright, so we got 3,000 feet till our cruising altitude. And we'll probably be up there for maybe about 10 minutes or so, and then we'll we'll start doing our descent down into Memphis. So you've never won a game of Scrabble against her?
Atlanta Tower, good afternoon. This is Skyshine 995 with you at 10 miles off for runway 27 right. We have information Yankee on board.
Skyshine 995, Atlanta Tower, good afternoon. Runway 27 left, clear to land.
Negative, runway 27 right for Skyshine 995.
Hey, Ibro World, are you still here?
Skyshine 995, correction, runway 27 right, clear to land.
Roger that, runway 27 right, clear to land for Skyshine 995.
But yeah, Monopoly is my wife's game.
Orlando approach, good day, sir. This is Delta 1174 from Nashville.
Never, and I check her on every word. She replies me with an even better and longer word next time. She's like, okay, you want to check that little word? I got something for you.
Delta 1174, Atlanta Tower. Good afternoon. You're still very far outside my airspace. You can call me when established on final.
Okay, so we're getting ready to level out.
For that, so I was just
level out here soon.
Later.
No worries. See you soon.
And once we level out, I'll go ahead and start setting up for our descent because we will be reaching the top of the descent here. 150 points right now. Miss it. She's like, you want to check me? 150 points right now. Boom. All right, we're leveling off, so let's go ahead and set up for our arrival into Memphis. So let's go look at Music Center. It says we need to be at 2,000 feet to catch the localizer, so I'm going to descend to 5,000 according to the start. And once we reach the top of the descent, the aircraft will start descending down. 150 points right now, and then my next word, 3. Well, you gotta step your game up, man. You gotta step your game up so you can get some wins in. Or do you just let her win? Do you just say, okay, you can win? Because I know when I played against my wife in Monopoly, she bankrupted everybody at the table so bad. Like, I didn't have enough to like buy my way out of a hole. I said, here's my money. I'm done. I'm out. Alright, so let's switch over to Unicom because I'm going to have to communicate with Memphis traffic here soon. Hey, that was 4 letters. I did step it up. You stepped it up 1 letter and she's throwing out 10-letter words. Alright, so we probably got about 20 nautical miles until we reach the top of the descent. Alright, so my chase plane isn't working right now, so I can't change any views. Yeah, there's that. Let me see if I can open it up again. There we go. It was acting weird for a second. Like for some reason, Chase Plane just stopped working on me for a second, and I had to reset it. And that was using a blank title. So when are y'all playing Scrabble again? Or did you give up and say, screw it, I'm never playing Scrabble with you ever again? Alright, so we're getting ready to reach the top of our descent. Oh no, I like playing. It's good family time with me even if I lose. Okay, yeah. I know when the coronavirus first kicked off and they quarantined everybody, I went to Walmart and bought a bunch of games. Jenga, Monopoly, some other games too. Uno, some other games. I can't remember what they were though. Alright, so we're about to reach the top of our descent and head down into Memphis, which this will be my last flight for today. But like I said, she just has to put up with listening to my music. Okay. So whenever we play video games, whenever we play board games or whatever, I might put on like some 80s music on the Alexa and play that while we're playing our board games. But like I was saying, this will be my last flight for tonight. Tomorrow I will be back on, but I will be streaming Dead by Daylight with my brother and see how many times we can escape from the killers on that game. Last time we played, we escaped about 3 successful times, and then after that, we were just getting our behinds handed to us. Alright, so the aircraft is beginning its descent down now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are descending to our destination. Please fasten your seatbelts and make sure all
and we should be set up for a good approach into Memphis,
so that we may secure the cabin for arrival.
But yeah, I can't wait to get back home to the family, so that I could I miss that bonding time, because being out here for the past 3 months, it's just lonely, because I do the same thing. I go to work, come home, eat, sleep, play games. Yeah. Oh, shoot. So yeah, I miss them. Like, my wife calls me every day before she goes to work or whenever she's on her way home. And it does have for you prices. Yeah, it is. It's very priceless. And I took it for granted whenever I was home before I had to go on my business trip. It was like, oh man, I want some time to go play my games. I want some time to myself and what have you. And then being out here for the past 3 months by myself, I'm like, I miss interaction with everybody. I miss interaction with the family, my friends. Like, the only interaction I really have is when I go to work. Watch what you asked for. I get back home and there's a honey-do list waiting for me. Hey, I missed you. So here's this. Do that. You need to fix that. You need to go and take that somewhere. And I'm like, oh God. So the aircraft seems to be performing nicely, descending down into Memphis. We're going to be landing on runway 36 today. The weather is calm right now. And we don't have any ATC on at the moment, so we'll be on our own for our approach. But we'll be monitoring or talking to other traffic that may be in the area via Unicom, which is the advisory channel, so other pilots know what your intentions are or what you're doing and stuff like that. And we got about 7,000 feet before we reach our transition altitude. The altimeter in Memphis, let's go see what that is right now. The altimeter in Memphis is 3013. But yeah, I guarantee my wife is going to have a honey-do list for me when I get back. So as I mentioned earlier in the stream, next week when I'm flying on P3D again, I will be flying the Quality Wing 787. And we might actually do a long haul from the East Coast to the West Coast. So we might fly either out of Atlanta into San Francisco, or we may fly out of Baltimore or Philly into San Francisco or Los Angeles. It will take you a week to finish, but oh, how nice. Yeah, it's definitely going to take me a week to finish. That honey-do list, it'll take me a long time to finish. Guaranteed. Because since I've been out here, my wife has been like, hey, didn't you say you were going to fix this? Didn't you say you were going to fix that? I was like, I'm sorry, I'll get it when I get back. So yeah, she always keeps me on my toes on stuff that needs to be done at the house. So back to FS 2020. I'm really liking what I'm hearing about the sim. I love the fact that the sceneries are going to be loading from off the internet and things like that. I really hope they incorporate heat shimmer into the aircraft. I know X-Plane has it already, but that's something that I've always wished that FSX and P3D had. So if they have that, I will be like ecstatic. What do you mean done? It has that?
I might steal a couple girls, pull a fast one, task done. Stepping up to me, it's a cap gun to a magnum. I'ma shoot the shot, I don't lose a lot, cause it's always my time, I don't use a clock.
Ah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see it.
Right back to my place, why don't you follow me up? We do anything we want, long as you don't fall in love. See, I can't hold you down, but I ain't trying to be alone right now. I don't know what to say when you
got to check out their videos. Yeah, I think I'll check it out after I get off, get done with this flight today. All right, so altimeter was 3019. All right, what's this FMC message unable to? I love that too. DCS is crazy with that heat blur. I love. Yes, they always have like DCS, Lock On, Modern Air Combat, and Flaming Cliffs. They had it, and I was like, if they can have it, why is it nobody else can figure out how to put it in their system, in their sims? But I see that what is it? X-Plane figured it out. Have to see these dudes dogfight. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. I used to have a lock on Modern Air Combat. Memphis traffic, United 1021, descending via the Vans 2 arrival, but then 36 center for landing. Memphis traffic. Yeah, I can't wait. I really wish they would put go ahead and say what the release date's going to be. I'm glad we had a little bit of ATC on. They show a quick video of the 747 taking off, and they show a heat blur and awesome engine sounds. Woo-hoo-hoo. Did you see the video on YouTube? Is that where you found it, or did you find it on the Microsoft website? On our site, weekly update. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna check the site out as soon as I get off for this. All right, we're about to hit 10,000 feet. And go ahead and select our VREV. So it's going to be flaps 40 at 150. Dang, yeah, I'm going to have to go and check that out. I've been missing a lot. Like I said, work's been kicking my butt lately, so I haven't really had time to really check into any extracurriculars. Alright, we're going to continue our descent down, and we'll set up for a good approach into Memphis. And we got about 35 nautical miles until we turn final. So I'm just going to go ahead and arm localizer. Or not. And make sure I got the right frequency. 110.5, 360. Okay. I just wanted to look, make sure the aircraft is doing what it's supposed to be doing. I'm going to go ahead and tell it to go take it down to 3,000. Yeah, I just wish they would put a release date out there. Oh wow, Atlanta Center got on right after we got out of the airspace. It's going to be nice to have scenery in airports wherever you may. Yes, it will be. I wonder if it's going to put any of the third-party vendors out of business, like Orbix and all them.
Tell me everything I should do to get you to love me. If I risked it all for you now, tell me, would you love me? Oh, 'cause I can see it, the pain appears, kaleidoscope colors align. Oh, and I can feel it in the atmosphere. This love would ignite.
Boeing 737 pilot, appreciate the follow. Welcome to the stream and welcome to United Airlines Flight 1021. Service to Memphis. We are beginning, or we are in the middle of our descent down into Memphis. We should be turning to establish on the localizer here momentarily. Maybe some, but P3D and X-Plane will still be. Yeah, that's true. That's true, because not everybody's going to make the switch over to FS 2020. So, yeah. I can see where Orbix and I can see where all the other third-party vendors will still have customers. Alright, so in about 9 nautical miles, we should be turning final. Yeah, I'm really going to load off on the computer. I want to see. Yeah, I want to see how stable it is, like how well it works before I get a new computer. That's a big debate apparently when it comes to third party. Yeah. I like a little bit because I guess it's building the scenery. Alright, so we should be turning now to establish on a localizer. Catch me. And as soon as we turn to establish, I'll go ahead and drop the landing gear at that point. There we go. Memphis traffic, 1021, turning final, 36 center land. Memphis traffic. There will be critics who will say it's not realistic enough. Oh yeah, there's always critics with everything that comes out. There's critics. And of course, you know that will happen always. Like that's a given. You're gonna have a critic. feel like this thing's coming in too fast. But we should be good. Yeah, we're good. Alright. With all that it will offer out on the box, I think I'll be happy as well. Alright, welcome to Memphis. Go ahead and take it over to the gate. Go ahead and bring up our flaps.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at our destination. On behalf of the captain and crew, we thank you for flying with us, and we hope that you will join us again.
Alright, we're going to cut it right here on Lima. Alright, Black Diamond, always a pleasure. Thanks for popping in, my friend. And definitely can't wait till next week to fly the 7-8. I am not going to get dangerous close to that Jersey Bear over there. Hey, Miss Diamond, how you doing? Hope you're having a great day. All right, we have safely made it to the gate. Let's go ahead and shut down our engines and get the jetway connected to us. Keyboarding. Yeah, we'll let American Airlines, that's fine. Alright, so they're going to bring everything up to the aircraft. Let me go ahead and open the doors so they can get all the baggage off. Alright, Apple World, thanks for popping in here, buddy. And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for today's stream. So I appreciate y'all popping in here. As I mentioned, tomorrow I will be on again playing Dead by Daylight. And then I will be back next week, next Monday. And we will be playing, we'll be flying some more. We'll be flying the Quality Wing 787. Either out of Baltimore or Philly into Los Angeles or San Francisco. So yeah, that's going to do it. Thanks for hanging out, and y'all have a good one. See ya.